Very good morning to all. Today we will continue the next point of the unit number 4, that is list. So out of that, so in the unit number 4, so we discussed about the definition of list, representation, and different operations. Types of list. So we discussed in that singly linked list. What is meant by singly linked list? What is meant by doubly linked list? Circular linked list, stack using linked list, and queue using linked list. So these are the types. So these types already we discussed overview of the all these points, right? Now today we will continue with the next point, that is the circular linked list. Now in the previous session we have completed the singly linked list, right? All the operations all of you have understood. So how many operations we have performed in a singly linked list? List out the operations. So can anyone? How many operations we have performed? Operations for singly linked list. So first what we have done?
Insert, create an
First we have created a linked list. After that, creation of a linked list or insertion of a node at the end of linked list, right? So first we have created a list, right, by entering few element. So this logical part also we discussed in detail, right? And in that, what we are doing, step number 1 is, so receive one node from user and allocate memory for that using malloc function. So what is the purpose of malloc function? Malloc function कशासाठी वापरतो आपण? What is the purpose of use of malloc function?
Allocating memory.
Yeah, to allocate a memory, right? Good. Step number 2 we have performed in the first operation, that is set data and link field for that node. Step number 3, check whether start pointer is null, and if yes, then make no new node as a start node, right? So start pointer, what is the aim of start pointer, or what is the purpose of, or what is the use of start pointer in linked list? Start pointer कशासाठी वापरतो आपण?
To create first node.
To create a first node means start node is start pointer is storing the address of the first node, right? Very good. Now once we have created the first node, so first we are checking whether the start pointer is null or not. If it is null, so it means that you are creating the first node, and if it is not null means, already few elements are there in the linked list, right? So if the elements are there, means you need to traverse from first node to the next nodes, right? So step number 4 we have performed. Otherwise, travel the list till end of the list and add the new node at the end of the linked list. So add new node. So here not add new node at the end of linked list, right? After that, so this insertion you are doing at end of the linked list, right? So this insertion operation you are performing at the end of linked list. Now suppose if you want to insert the node at the beginning of a linked list, so what is the procedure, or what is the change? काय change करावं लागेल? So you are inserting temporary node, right? So receive one node from the user, and once you receive the node information, so first we need to allocate the memory for that node, right? Now set up its data and info, right? Now new node is added at a start node, right? So if you want to add the new node at the beginning of the linked list, so what you need to do? काय change करावं लागेल? Already we have discussed. Yes.
Store address of new node into the start.
Yes, very good. So only we need to change the address of start, right? So temp of link is equal to start, and start is equal to what? Temp, right? So only this within that three statement, you are inserting the node at the beginning of the linked list, right? If you want to insert, right? Next one is the addition of new node at any specific position. Now, first two operation we discussed regarding the if you want to add the node at the end of the linked list, and next one is the if you want to add the node at the beginning of the linked list, right? Now here, if you want to add the node at any specific position, so what you are doing for the specific position? Specific position साठी काय केलेलं आहे? Create a pointer q and assign it to the start, right? After that, receive the position, so where you want to insert the new node, right? First you receive the first we create the pointer for traversing purpose, right? And receive the position where you want to insert the new node, and after that traverse the list till that position, means whatever the position you have inserted here. So identify that position by using the traverse method, right? Traversing from start to the that particular or that specific position. After that, when you will get the position in that and after traversing the list, so receive the new node and allocate the memory to it using malloc function and set up the data and input. That's it, right? So for that purpose, so this code we have already discussed. These are the discussion. These are for actual coding part. Right, so this is about the insertion. So how many operations we discussed in an insertion? Now just we'll list out. किती ऑपरेशन केली insertion मध्ये? 2, 3 or 1?
3.
3. Which one?
3.
3, right. Which one? Insertion of a new node
At
at beginning, insertion of new node at
end.
end, and insertion of new node at a specific position.
After specific node.
Yeah, at specific position, right? Now next, deletion of a node. Suppose if you want to delete a node, now how to delete the node? Now again, for the delete operation, so how many operations you are able to perform for the deletion? Delete चे किती बघितलेले आहेत operation? How many operations we have seen regarding the deletion?
3, sir.
3 operations, right? Deletion of a node at the beginning, starting चा node delete करणे. Next, deletion of node which is present at the end of the list or last node deletion, and deletion of node from specific position, right? So these 3 operations already we have completed here, right? So here, receive the data of node to be deleted from users. Check whether the start of info is equal to data. If true, mark start as a temp and delete it, right? So these conditions, these steps we are following for the if you want to delete the first element of a linked list, right? And deletion of a node at specific position. So you need to set one pointer, right? Or you need to consider one pointer q for the traversing purpose, and after that you need to traverse until which data you want to do it, right? So here we have discussed regarding the deletion also, right? And at the end, so by using this, so and next is the display operation. So by using the display operation, what you are doing by using display ni काय करतो आपण? by using the display function or by using the display operation. So what is the purpose of display operation in singly linked list? Or is it required to implement this function? Is it a mandatory?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the purpose?
To check
Display
the
list.
node is inserted or deleted.
Okay. Display साठी किंवा त्यामध्ये element insert केलेत का नाही ते बघण्यासाठी. Okay, good, correct. Right. The purpose of a display function is to display the elements of a linked list, right? So first, what you are doing in the display function, so check whether the list is empty or not. So how to identify the list is empty or not? List empty आहे का नाही ते कसं identify करणार? What condition you need to check?
If start is equal to null.
If start is equal to null. Okay, good. And if it is null means list is empty. If it is not null means there is some element in the list, right? So these conditions we need to check compulsory. So when we are writing the display function. So if start is equal to null, if the condition is true, we'll display the message directly. The list is empty. If the condition is false, so we are continuing the checking of a list and we are displaying the elements of that list, right? So how to display it? So for that purpose, so set one queue pointer for the traversing purpose, traverse the list till queue is not equal to null, right? And display the queue of info. Now what you need to display here? Queue of link display करायची का queue of info display करायची? So what you are displaying?
Queue of info.
Yeah, queue of info. So in the queue of info, we have stored the actual data. So the actual data is displayed by using the queue of info, right? So this display function we have implemented, right? I hope all of you have implemented the program. I have shared the program for your reference also. So initial part we have discussed in a previous session, right? And rest of the parts, so I have shared with you for the implementation. So I hope all of you have completed the implementation part. Now we'll start with the next part. Just a minute. Next point. So we'll start with the circular linked list. Circular linked list. Right. Now, before going to the circular linked list, all of you have implemented the singly linked list? Yes or no? Or is there any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I got a phone call from few of the students. So regarding the program is not executing properly or getting errors like 10-15 errors are getting. But unfortunately, so the physical sessions stop and physically means our college, in the college, I think our practical sessions are going on, and unfortunately due to some new rules and regulations, so we have stopped the practicals at in college. So if you are having any problems regarding the practical, so you can share your screen and I will solve your errors, or if you are having any doubts regarding the implementations, right? So for that purpose, so you can message me on my WhatsApp number, right? So sir, I have this problem. So I have implemented this program, but I'm getting these many errors. So whenever our session will complete at evening time or at the morning time or at the when you are having breaks or recess, so at that time, so we'll discuss, right? But you need to approach to me for if you are having any problems regarding the practice, because implementation part of the data structure is very important, because you have external exam for this subject. Practical exam is there. Practical oral exam is there. So whenever I'm saying, so implement all the programs or implement this program and share your program in a group. So I'm getting the response from the 60 to 70% students, giving the response only 60 to 70%, but remaining 30 to 40% student is not responding, even though sometimes I am personally calling to the student, those who are not responding, right? But I'm not getting a proper response. So I request you all, so whenever whatever the implementation parts we were covering here, so immediately on the same day, or if not possible on the next day, so you try to implement it or do the practice of the same. Otherwise it is very difficult to recall at the time of practical oral exam, right? So if you do the practice, so whenever your session will over, so immediately you have to do the practice of implementation. And this is very, very important in your at the time of interview. So definitely the question will be asked related with the database in your technical interview. तुम्ही कंपनीसाठी किंवा इंटरव्ह्यूला अपेअर झाल्यानंतर टेक्निकल इंटरव्ह्यूला डेटा स्ट्रक्चरचे क्वेश्चन्स कंपल्सरी विचारतात. मग ते बबल सॉर्टिंग अल्गोरिदम वरती असू द्या, सर्चिंग अल्गोरिदम वरती असू द्या, किंवा स्टॅक क्यू वरती असू द्या, किंवा लिंक लिस्ट वरती असू द्या, ह्या 4 टॉपिक वरती तरी कंपल्सरी क्वेश्चन असतात. सर्वात very, very, very important topics are, so these 3-4 topics are very important. So first one is the searching, after that sorting, and after that next one is the stack queue, linked list, right? So these topics are very, very, very important, right? I hope all of you have completed the implementation part. But I got the phone call or I got the message from only few students. So it means that what about others? So all of you have not done the practice of implementation of a single linked list. मला फोन फक्त कमी स्टुडंटचे आले, म्हणजे खूप कमी मुलांनी प्रॅक्टिस केलेली आहे. आणि जर सगळे बऱ्याच जणांचे आले ऍटलीस्ट 50 to 60%, it means that so all of you are following the same or implementing or doing the practice of the programs, right? So shall I proceed further for the next circular linked list? So is there any doubt in the single linked list? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No doubt. So
Sir,
Can I-
doubly linked list.
yeah. So first we'll see the singly linear linked list. After that, singly circular linked list we are discussing here. This is the singly. This is actually singly circular linked list, right? And after that, we'll see the doubly linked list and doubly circular linked list. Now got it?
Yes.
Now we'll see the singly circular linked list. Now, what is the change in the, now you know the singly linked list, right? Now I'm expecting the explanation or input from your side, right? Already we have discussed in detail singly linked list, right? Now I'm expecting what is the change in the previous method. So only we will do this little bit modification in the previous code. Now, what kind of change you need to do here in a singly circular linked list? Singly circular linked list म्हटल्यानंतर काय चेंज करावं लागतं? What is the change? You know the singly linked list, right? Now what is the change in the singly circular? Now you can observe at left side. So is it visible to all? So PDF both side. So at left side, what PDF I have opened? Is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Now we'll discuss singly circular linked list. Now it is just like a singly linked list in which the last node contains the address of the first node of the list. It is just like a singly linked list in which the last node contains the address of the first node of the list, right? Now the linked list, the link field of the last node does not point to the null, right? Rather it points back to the beginning of the linked list. Now in a singly linked list, so the last pointer, that is the linked list, right? Last node is pointing to whom? Null, right? लास्ट नोडचा जो काही लिंक आहे ती लिंक कुठं पॉइंट होत ती सिंगली लिंक लिस्ट मध्ये null पॉइंट करतो, राइट? सो वी आर असाइनिंग null values to the last link field, last node link field, right? But here, so what is the change? Only a single change is there. So what is that change? We are assigning the address of what? Address of which node?
Start node.
Start node.
First node.
So this is called as a simply circular linked list. Is it possible for you to implement the same by doing only a single change? Possible आहे का हे सर्वांना एक सिंपल एक सिंगल चेंज केल्यानंतर करता येईल सर्वांना circular linked list? Or is it necessary to explain it once again, all the functions? Or we'll see. Don't worry about that. Just let me set up the keyboards and just a second, right? Yeah. Now first we'll write the algorithm for first function. First काय असणार आहे? What is the first function or first operation? Algorithm for creation of circular linked list, right? Step 1 I will write here. Now what is the step 1? Now here already I have given some pointers. Initially start pointer is not equal to null means, so here we have inserted the 3 elements 1 2 3, right? And last element is pointing to this, right? Now here you can observe this diagram. So here I will write a step, so directly notepad is visible properly. Is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Now first receive element to be added from user, right? And after that what you are doing? Once you will receive the element, so after that what you are doing? Allocate what? Memory. Allocate memory to it. Next, using what? Using
malloc function.
malloc function, right? Good. And that's it, right? So next step काय? Set up. What you need to set up? Set up it's a what can I say? Info and data or link, I will say. Sorry, not data. So info or data, either will use info or data. Info I have used here, right? So and link field, right? So these two fields will update it. Step number 3, what you need to follow? So step number 3. Now here we need to check if . आता इथं सर्क्युलर लिंक लिस्ट मध्ये काय चेक करणार आहोत आपण?
Start equal to null.
Start equal to null. ठीक आहे, पण आता इथं स्टार्टच्या ऐवजी वेगळा पॉइंटर घेऊया. We'll change the name of the start pointer. So can I use here the different pointer? Last pointer I will say last, because we are or you can write any name. So start also we can write, or here I write just write last, right? So because we are connecting last pointer to the first pointer or start pointer. Or let me write a code. After that we will write it simultaneously. We will write it. First we will complete the previous. Create list. So first we will write a function create list, and here you are passing some data. Here I will take num as a integer variables. What to write here? Already you have created a nodes and everything, right? How to create a node? Node kasa create karta tumhi? Tell me the code for the node. Struct node. Yes.
Into.
Node kasa create karta? How you are creating the node?
Self reference.
Self referential structure. So creation of a node. आता मी फक्त काय केलेलं आहे इथं लक्षात आलं कसं होतं? फर्स्ट वी हॅव क्रिएटेड नोड. Creation of a node. Struct node. Instead of start, so we'll consider one different pointer here. Last. चालेल का असं लिहिलं तरी? Can I write last here? Is it allowed? Is it allowed or not?
Yes. Okay, now whose session is there at 9:30? Maths is there, na? Hello? Hello, आवाज येतोय का? Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now what we are discussing? We are discussing about the creation of a node, right? Now, whose session is there right now? I think maths, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, math session will be conducted at 12:15, right? So actually we have a session at in the middle. So I will convey the message to the maths teacher, right? Is it okay for you all?
Yes, sir.
First we'll create a node, right? So int, info, struct, node, and link we require. तर थोडं वेगळं व्हेरिएबल घेऊया. आपण हे वापरलेत ना, म्हणजे थोडस याला नम म्हणूया, ठीक आहे? इन्फोच्या ऐवजी नंबर, ठीक आहे? So we have created a node first, right? So always we need to create a node. Now we'll create a list first. Now what is the step? What is the first step? So how to call the struct? Tell me the name. How to create a pointer here? Pointer variable for the struct. Struct node. So here I will take two variables. So q as usual, comma. So one more temp variable. So I will take here. Right. Next statement. So what is the next statement? What is the next step? Step, receive the element to be added from the users and allocate memory to it, right? Using malloc function. Now receive element to be added from the users. So that element will get it through these parameters, right? After that, next. So through this parameter, we'll get the element. Now here we have created a variable. So q and temp, two pointer variables of this struct, right? Now allocate the memory. Now how to allocate the memory? Now temp is equal to. So what to write? So temp is equal to Kailina. Can I write directly malloc here? So is it allowed to write like this? Size of what? कोणाची size घ्यायची आपल्याला? Struct base node. Is it a correct syntax? What are the syntax I have written?
Struct node into malloc.
So what we are writing here? Struct node is malloc. Right? Is it right now?
Struct asterisk and bracket.
Yes, sir.
Here.
Bracket to struct node, sir. And after node, that star.
Asterisk is
Where asterisk is required? Here.
after node.
No, sir,
After node.
After node.
After node. Okay, good. Means you have remembered the syntax. Right. So now it is correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good. Now, so what we will do? Temp is equal to. काय आपल्याला पहिल्यांदा allocate करायचं? Temp of info is equal to what? इथं काय घेतलं? Temp of num's घेतलंय का? इथे इनपोज ठेवूया. चला, कन्फ्युजन नको, कारण हे दोन्ही व्हेरिएबल सेम झाले. इथं पास करणारा बी तेच झाला आणि इथं बी तेच होते. ठीक आहे. हिअर विल कीप इन्फो ॲज इट इज. नम, इज इट राईट? After that, so we have not assigned any value to the link. Link ला काय व्हॅल्यू असाइन केली का इथं? लिंकला व्हॅल्यू काय असाइन केली का? टेम्प ऑफ लिंकला?
No data.
नॉट असाइन. आता इथे इन्फोला आपण नंबर असाइन केलेला आहे. सो हिअर, सो इन्फो फील्ड वी हॅव असाइन, सो बाय युजिंग दिस नंबर, राईट? Now this link field means address. So address of temp. So that we will, before assigning the address of this link, so first we need to check. So if, now here we have considered the last pointer, right? Instead of start, every time we are writing. So these are the user dependent, right? So if last is equal to null, last is equal to null. Now it is null when you are inserting first node. So by default it is null, right? So what is the condition here? So is this condition true or false? Condition true will or false will? Javed, when you are creating node, so initially you are assigning last is equal to null. So now here, so when you are inserting first node, so you are checking if last is equal to null, is it true or false?
True.
True.
True,
True, sir.
right? So here, if it is true, so directly you are assigning last is equal to, so what value you are assigning? Temp. Last is equal to temp. So because only one node is there. If only one node is there means, so what you are doing? So let me draw the diagram. Initially, so when you are creating, initially, so when you create the node, so at that time, the last pointer, last pointer is pointing towards the null. सुरुवातीला last pointer काय असणार आहे? Null असणार आहे initially. Now here we'll check the last is equal to null, right? So if it is null, so directly what you are doing? So you are assigning last is equal to temp. Means what you are doing? So one temp variable you have created, right? And info you have assigned. So for example, 10 you have assigned. Num data I have inserted 10. Now what you are doing? So last is equal to temp. Last is equal to temp means, so this last is pointing to whom? So this one. So this last pointer is pointing to this temp pointer initially, right? If it is null, if last pointer is null, and after that, next immediately. So what is the value of temp of link? The temp of link काय असणार आहे?
Last.
In singly linked list, what we are assigning temp of link? Here is the change. Here is the change. Singly linked list मध्ये काय करतो आपण? What we are doing in singly linked list? Temp of link is equal to what we are writing? Temp of link is equal to what? What we are? Null we are writing, right? Temp of link is equal to null if the first node is inserted. Temp of info is equal to data we are writing, and after that temp of link is equal to null. But here we are using the singly circular linked list. So in a singly circular linked list we are not using null.
Data.
मग आता इथं काय करावं लागेल? आता हे टेम्प ऑफ लिंक कोणाला कनेक्ट झाली पाहिजे?
लास्टला सर.
Start.
ही लास्ट आहे तुमचा आणि हा स्टार्ट आहे इकडं, म्हणजे स्टार्ट म्हणजे हा लास्ट आहे. हा बरोबर. हा, सो वेअर इट शुड बी कनेक्टेड? इट विल बी कनेक्टेड टू दिस, right? Means what should I write here? So after that your program will finish.
लास्ट सर.
Start.
लास्ट. हा, स्टार्ट म्हणजेच इथं आपण लास्ट घेतलेलं आहे. सो स्टार्ट मीन्स लास्ट. स्टार्ट म्हणजेच काय आहे तुमचा? लास्ट आहे. सो दिस temp of link is equal to last, right? Now these condition we have written for the first node, right? If you are inserting the first node in the linked list, तुम्ही first node insert करत असाल, so when you are inserting the first node 10 you have inserted. Now we'll go for the next node. Now if you want to insert the next node, so that is 20 you want to insert. You want to insert the 20. Now how to insert the 20? Now come here. So pass the 20 value from here. So struct node q, create a separate temp for the 20. We have 20 साठी separate temp झाला इथं. Right? So temp I have created, I have assigned a 20. Right? I have assigned a 20. After that, now if last is equal to null. Last is equal to null आहे का आता? What is the value of last now? Last मध्ये कोणाची व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर झाली? ऍड्रेस ऑफ दिस
10.
10 चा ऍड्रेस स्टोअर झालेला आहे. So last is equal to temp. Last is equal to temp means address of the temp is already stored here. Right? And again, so temp of link is equal to last. Temp of link is equal to what? 1000. टेम्प ऑफ लिंक ची व्हॅल्यू 1000 आहे आणि लास्ट ची व्हॅल्यू 1000 आहे. म्हणजे दोन्ही हा स्टार्टिंगचा पॉइंटर तिथेच कनेक्ट झालेला आहे आणि हा एंडिंग इथेच कनेक्ट झालेला आहे सर्क्युलरली. राईट. नाउ इफ यू वांट टू इन्सर्ट अ 20, what is the address of this temp? 2000. Right. Now we have assigned the temp of info is equal to num. Right. So info 20 we have assigned. Now we'll check first condition. If last is equal to null, condition is true or false? आहे का last is equal to null?
False.
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 If the condition is false, means we need to write else loop. Condition false आहे म्हणजे काय? Last is equal to some value is there, right? Now here, so let me write a code first, and after that we will start. Temp of link is equal to last of link. Temp of link is equal to last of link, right? After that, so what I need to do? काय केलेलं आहे इथं मी? Temp of link. So what is the value of temp of link here? So still we have not assigned. So temp of link is equal to last of link. Last of link काय आहे? What is the value of last of link? ह्या लास्ट ऑफ लिंक ची म्हणजे ह्याच्या लिंकची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे? 1000 आहे. राईट. So here the 1000 value is assigned. Right. Already 10 is there. Already here 10 is there. Right. And here 20 will consider. Now this 20 will connect to this first one. Right. When we will write temp of link is equal to last of link. Now you want to connect this link to this one. So how to connect? Can I write temp is equal to, just to check, so I'm not sure about this now. Can I write like this? असं लिहिल्यानंतर होते का? It will work or not? All of it check. So what should I write? So what should I write in else? I have written one statement. I am expecting the next statement from your side. Yes. Is it correct? First statement is correct. Temp of link is equal to what I have written. Temp of link म्हणजे temp कोणता? Hello. Is it audible to all? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Uh, Now here what we have done, temp of link is equal to last of link. Temp of link काय केलेले value last of link. Last of link काय आहे? What is the value of last of link? Last of link ची value काय? Last of link means the same 1000 is there, right? So that is copied here. Means this pointer is connected to the first pointer. Now, so what to write here? Next काय लिहावं लागेल? Last of
Last of link is equal to 10.
last of link is equal to temp. Very good, correct. Last of link is equal to temp, and after that, what will be the, and last is equal to temp. Is it right? Now last of link is equal to temp, means this will connect to this one, right? And after that, last is equal to temp, म्हणजे last pointer कुठं आला परत, here last pointer will come, right? So last pointer will be available at this 20, right? So in this way, so we are adding the element at the now where we have added, at the end or at the start? कुठे add केलेला आहे हा element? So where I have added the element?
Start.
At the start I have added. So this element I have added at the start. Okay, any doubt up to this? Now we'll write a steps here. So what we have written here, check if last equal to null, if it is true, then set last is equal to what? Then set last is equal to TMP, right? And TMP of link equal to what? TMP of link is equal to what?
Last.
Right. And step number 4 we'll consider here. Otherwise, add that node at the end of linked list or at the start of linked list? End of linked list, right? As by using TMP, hello, TMP link is equal to what? Last of what? Last of link, right? And next statement, what we have used? Can I copy from here? Same. Temp of link is equal to last of link, and last of link is equal to last is equal to 10, right? So this is the first operation with creation of a linked list, and here we have added the element at the end of the linked list. Now next we'll see insertion of new node at beginning at beginning. So what is the change here? Now step number 1. So what is the step number 1? Receive element to be added and the same as it is. Step 2. Copy it. Now receive element to be added from the users and allocate memory to it by using the malloc function. Now set up its info field and link field. Right, instead of that. So what we are doing, set up its info. Temp of info काय असणार इथं? So what is the change if you want to add the node at the beginning? जर beginning ला add करायचं असेल तर काय change असणार? So what is the change? So here I'll write add at Begg. So you are passing. Is it visible to all? Screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So int num. Next काय असणार इथं? What is the next here? What to write first? Struct. Fast. We will complete it fast. Now this one is very simple one. Struct node star tmp. Tmp is equal to. What to write here? Struct node star
Malloc
malloc
size of struct node
size of inside or outside?
inside
Size of what?
struct node.
Struct node. Right? Simple. Next statement. The next काय करणार इथं? So temp of info. Temp of info is equal to what? Num.
Num.
Right. Now temp of आता आपल्याला कुठे एलिमेंट ऍड करायचं? फर्स्ट ला ऍड करायचं. डायरेक्टली आपल्याला कुठे ऍड करायचं तो? इज इट नेसेसरी टू चेक लाईक अ प्रिव्हियस वन? इथं आपल्याला कंडिशन चेक करावं लागेल का? नल आहे का नाही?
No.
So not required because compulsory we are adding the element, new element at the beginning. So directly we'll do this thing. Temp of info. Temp of info is equal to link is equal to. Temp of link is equal to last of link. Can I write like this?
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Is there any other statement we need to write for the beginning? If you want to add the node at the beginning, it will add the node at beginning or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very good. Now I will explain one more operations, and after that, so I want to give some assignment to you all. So write other operations, right? So we'll complete one algorithm for one more insertion operation is remaining. Which one?
Specific position.
Algorithm for addition of new node at specific position POS, I will write in short. This one, and create list. Beginning insertion of node at. Here we have not written. Here algorithm for creation of a linked list. Simply said. Now algorithm for addition of new node at a specific position. Now what to write here? So first we'll write a function or add after I will write or after POS. So whatever you want to write. You can give the name, any name you can give. So these are the user defined names. What is the first step? Now here, how many parameters? Sorry. This is a technical error. How many parameters you require here? Int. First is the num. Right. After that, one more.
Position.
Position POS. Right. Now I'm expecting the code from your side. Yes. Dear all the students. So please participate. Let it be if it is correct or wrong, but you need to talk. Can I? So here I will create two pointer variables. One is the temp and one is the another one is the Q. Now what is the next statement?
First, we have to choose the position.
Okay, first we have to choose the position. So one more variable. Now first we need to traverse. So here I will declare Q is equal to last stop. So I'll write all the codes here. Link. Right. Now after that, so here for loop we'll use for identification purpose. So first we need to traverse. So I is equal to 0. First we'll identify the specific position. Now what is the condition? POS. So -1 we need to write. Why -1? -1 का लिहिले आहे तिथं? So why -1 is written? What is the value of I here initially?
0.
जर I ची व्हॅल्यू 1 असेल तर POS -1 लिहायची गरज आहे का? Is it necessary to write? Q is equal to Q of link. Now temp. So I'll copy this statement. Now temp is equal to, so here we have allocated the memory. So after that, so temp of link is equal to, so here not last, so we have used the Q pointer, right? So we'll use Q of link and temp of info is equal to num will write. After that, so after that we'll take Q of link is equal to temp. If just one minute. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
So we are writing about add after position, right? So Q of link is equal to temp, and here if Q is equal to last, then what you're doing, last is equal to temp. That's it. Now these are the codes. So I think, so I have written directly logic here. So why? Because already I have explained the previous so many functions. So I hope all of you are able to understand. So what I have written here. So what is it? So what we have done first? So two parameters we have passed. So for what purpose two parameters we have passed here? What is the purpose of first parameter? Num. Num is a, hello. It is actual data or anything else?
Data, sir.
Uh, whatever the new node you want to add, so info of that data we are passing through num, and POS is for what purpose? Specific position. So at which position you want to insert the new node, right? So here the struct node two pointers I have created, and variables, integer variables we have used for the traversing purpose. Now initially we'll assign the Q is equal to last of link. So whatever the value of last of link, so that is assigned to the Q. Now here, so we are traversing with the help of for loop. I is equal to 0, I less than POS minus 1. So initially the Q value is last of link, right? After that Q is equal to Q of link, right? So in this way we are traversing through the this specific node, and here so num we have added in the temp info, and temp of link is equal to Q of link we have added, right? Now here, so what we are checking, so Q is equal to last. So when we will get, so at that time we are assigning the, so when we are assigning these values, या व्हॅल्यूज कधी असाइन करणार आहे आपल्याला, ज्यावेळी आपल्याला स्पेसिफिक पोझिशन मिळेल त्यावेळी, राईट. मग स्पेसिफिक पोझिशनला कसं जाणार आपण, so how we are going to the specific position, so by using this for loop only. So this one is the new added as compared with the previous logic. या previous logic मध्ये आणि यामध्ये काय फरक आहे, so we have first we are traversing up to the specific position. Once we traverse at that specific position, so directly we are adding the node in that position, right, at that position. So this operation is called as a addition of new node at specific position. Now here how many operations we have completed? So first main operation we have completed, singly circulation algorithm for insertion of a new node. So at beginning, at end, and at any specific position. So all of you understood up to this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all of you write in the chat box. So those who are understood and those who are not understood, so they can unmute yourself and ask the question. First. If you have understood, so you can write yes in the chat box. Okay, good. Now next thing is the next operation, that is the, let's see, delete operation. Now how to perform the delete operation? Delete operation कसं perform करणार? Now already we have discussed the yes. We have discussed the deletion operation and display operation in the previous algorithm, that is singly linked list. Now I am expecting you should try for the display, and next one is the next operation is the deletion, and after that how many operation you need to perform in deletion? Deletion operation मध्ये किती types आहेत?
3.
3, sir.
3. Which one? Delete the element at the start, delete the element which is present at last, and delete the specific element, right? So now, so I want to give you the assignment. So I will explain you on later on, but this is the assignment for you all, right? So all of you try to write the functions for what? Deletion of a deletion operation for a singly circular linked list, and display operation for a singly circular list, right? So I will give you 1 hour for these assignments, 1.5 hours you can take, right? And you can complete this operation, and after that, so you can share it on a group. Is it okay for you? And once you will share, so tomorrow morning we'll discuss the again the same functions as well as program of the same singly circular linked list, right? And day after tomorrow you have to, at the time of practical, you have to implement the same program. So is it okay for you all? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now intentionally I'm not explaining because I'm expecting to do the practice of the same. So because you are not doing the practice of the program, so few of the student is only performing the program. Now, so if you have understood the first algorithm, that is the singly linked list, so then definitely you are able to write the these two function. So delete operation, and next one is the display operation, right? Now, if you are having any questions related with the first operation, that is the insertion, so you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave the session and complete the task. And once your task is completed, so you need to share this task on our group. You can share it in our official group or on our data structure group also. Right. I will share the notes and whatever the key points I have written here. So that notes PDF also I will share on a group, and this key notes and yeah, the two things I will share on a group. Now we will stop here.
Hello, sir.
Hi, yes.
Sir, please share all the notes of list complete chapter.
Yeah, immediately within a now I will share. First I will do this task. Always I'm saying I will share, but let me stop there. Any questions from your side? So you can ask, except this sharing of the notes. Now already I have shared the notes. You can go to that diary, teaching diary. So in that already I have provided. Right? So one extra column is there, notes of the units. So in that you will get the whole chapter notes. So do you have that link of the teaching diary of your class? Hello?
Yes, sir.
who asked regarding the notes? So in that teaching diary already I have uploaded the notes. So list topic, whole topic notes I have uploaded. Right? You can refer it from there, or I will share it on group also.
Sir, this notepad.
Yeah, these notepads I will share on group now.